are you? Thank you so much for joining us today. It is Women's View, the show you all wait for, the show that you all people love. And yeah, I'm here. And I'm not alone. Kama kawaida, I always have people on board who are going to help us take on this road. Unajua, we have to discuss on so many things and I can't do it alone, and that is why I'm not alone here. By the way, how have you been? Because I would want to know how you've been. Umekuwa unasikia aje? How are you feeling right now? And exactly, I also want you to follow and to be engaged in this conversation because I don't want to do it alone. I want us to engage. So lazima pale kwa comment you show me you love. Na by the way, akilove yenu, oh my God, it's amazing, and I love how you people comment, ask me questions, and that shows how much you love this show and how much munanipenda. Acha hapo nijitete. So it's your girl Shiro Wangige, and I'm so excited today. Why? Because kama vile mnaona, it's a new set. Munaona aje by the way your setting. Hii setup naona inanifaa, and I'm in love with it. Why? Because I feel ni kama nimekaa chini. I feel ni kama niko too relaxed back at home. And this is the best setup for women's show. So I want to welcome you all. I want you to keep up with this conversation. And today we are talking about girl child standing up for the boy child. Why? Because we know our boy child, vile wako, and sometimes we leave their issues out. They are not touched, they are not talked. But I know as girls, we can talk on behalf of them. We can let them know and realize that they are appreciated, that it's very okay for them to fit so well in the society like we do. And it's also okay for them to stand up for themselves too, waonge kuhusu mambo yao pia, openly, because they are also living things, na pia tunawapenda sana. So that is why we are here today. And kama kawaida, I'm not alone, but I want you to follow and keep up with this conversation. Our social media handle at GBS TV Africa. Our SMS line is 21144. So now it's time for me to introduce my beautiful guests, but I want them to do it for themselves. As you can see, they are very beautiful, by the way. Na ninajua pale kwa comment nitaambiwa karibuni sana girls.
Thank you so much.
Yani hamjui vile nasikia kama nimekaa hapa in between these beauties. So kindly let us know who you are.
Okay.
Yes.
So my name is Wanja. I'm an artist, a musician, and a professional model. I market products for people. I'm also a travel agent.
Wow.
I run my travel company called Link Ups Adventures. So for those who like to travel, make sure you travel with us, Link Ups Adventures.
Wow.
On all social media pages, you'll get us there. And I'm a musician also.
Yeah.
I'm planning to launch now an initiative called Waking Up the Lion for our men.
Oh my God.
I think it is time to stand up for men.
Wow.
Our men stand up for us as
Yes,
women.
yes.
So it's time
For us
this
to
time
be.
round, it's our time. Our time has come now.
Wow.
Yes.
Wanja, thank you so much.
Welcome.
It's beautiful. And whatever things you're doing, I'm like, every time I host girls here, I feel there are so many things. And they have accepted who they are. And also the society is accepting us. And our men, who are our husbands, our fiancés, our fathers, our brothers, they have also supported us in who we are. And that is why we are here for them. So thank you so much. Welcome, dear lady.
Asante sana.
Ebu tukujue.
I'm Winnie Kangara. I'm an advocate and also a part-time radio presenter for Samax Radio.
Wow.
Yes, so as an advocate, when I came on board, the awakening the lion.
Yes.
Yani, the men are the lions.
Yes, they are.
Sasa. So when I came on board, I'm bringing in the legal aspects of things, you know, because hata tukiwatetea, we also have to look at the laws and the policies that are in place. Are they favorable to the boy child? Ama imeingia tu kwa madem, imeingia tu kwa warembo. And also as a radio presenter, I use my voice to sort of advocate for the boy child initiative that we are now talking about today.
That's so nice.
Yes.
Like, wow. These people are things. They're everything. And for sure, we are going to have the best show. And as they are saying, for sure, our boys, you know, our lions. There is one time they stood up for us. That time we could not even be able to, you know, say hi to a person. we could not even face a man and tell them, you know, this is what I feel about myself, and this is how I feel I'm being treated by the society. So, and they were so good to give us directions until huyu girl child akainuliwa. And see where we are as the society. Look at the very many women that we have even in the government. Look at how our spirits, our esteems have raised because there was a man who stood up for us. Now, tumewasahau. And that is why we are having this discussion, by the way. Because there are things men can do and can't do because of the society. The so-called society, sisi tu, wenye tulikuwa huko. And that is why we are here. So when we are talking about us standing up for the boy child, what comes in your mind and how do you think about the whole thing? Yes.
First of all, let me start even with the history of how women came into the women empowerment space. Because this thing started in 1952, literally 50 years back, where women, you know, went to a conference in Beijing, China, and they were like, you know what, we need to be given this space. We need to fight. Let us make this thing clear that women fought for these spaces and tukangangana until 50 years down the line, we are here. Na tumeingia, I can't say that 100% the women are there, but the thing that came up is that the men sort of took a setback. Because it all became about women empowerment, girl child empowerment, which is all good and real. But what we forgot is that we didn't need to take away one part in order to pave way for the other. That is where things went wrong, because we all concentrated on one side until one side, that is the male or rather the boy child, fell.
Wow. Sometimes they say women are competing this gender. Sisi tuna raise up to the society, tuna raise up kuenda huko mbele, and even in our emotions, realizing our being, ni kamba tuna fight na this man. Is that true, Wanja?
No, we are not trying to fight. What actually we are trying to do is also have a voice for the men. You know, men cannot talk about their problems.
Sure, they can.
That is one big challenge that men have. I do not understand why, but I actually think the problem originates from the society, all of us as a whole, because we are the ones who break the men. We are the ones who show them that mwanaume hafai kulia. You are not supposed you are not supposed to express your emotions, so they end up suppressing the emotions, which in turn drives them into depression. Wengine wana succumb to drugs and alcohol, because that's the only way they let out those feelings that they are harboring inside themselves. So I think it is time that we women stand up for the men, because we have so many initiatives led by men for women, but we don't have initiatives led by women for men.
For sure.
We need our men to be okay in the society, because if the men are not okay, we'll also not be okay.
Hakuna, haiwezi kalika.
For example, if let's for example say if your man is a drunkard, haezi provide, haezi fanya nini, so what is his purpose? Hakuna akusaidi in anything. But there is a way we can nurture our men also. Let them talk. Wako na shida, maybe anakimbia kukunywa kila siku kwa sababu ako na kashida kana msumbua, and he cannot talk about it. Kwa sababu maybe hata even if he comes and talk to you, you make fun of it. Una make fun, una criticize, or you don't take the matter seriously. So that's why they withdraw from talking about it.
Wow, I love the way you're saying that they don't want to talk about it. Sindio? Even before we go to the don't, ni aje tulifika kwa don't? Why is this man not able to come clear and say, you know, Winnie, I have a problem, you know. Leo sikupata kitu. As my wife, you know, kama uko na ka 50 bob, stand in for me. Why can't that man say that? Because most of them, that is why they are going to the bars, drinking the whole night, because anajua haezi sema. Tulikosea wapi mpaka the don't ikaingia?
Let us start first of all from the upbringing. You have a boy and you have a girl.
Sure.
And so this girl, whenever something happens out there, anakuja kwa nyumba akilia. What do you do? Oh, pole mom, na nimekuchapa. But if it is your boy, remember, because I grew up with a brother, a twin brother in fact. Kwa hivyo tumetoshana.
Wow.
If he does the same, he comes home crying and running, unalia nini? Kwa nini hukumchapa? You know, you see the kind of response right from the grassroots level.
So you want to say it's us parents?
The parents. Let us begin from there.
Wow.
Because from that moment, I am bringing up my girl to show her emotions, Because I'm telling her, pole mom, kwani amekuchapa, it was so wrong. I'm telling her, it is okay for you to feel hurt.
And to express.
That you are not okay. But when it comes to the boy, I'm telling him, suppress those feelings.
When
Don't cry. Men are born to suffer. Mwanaume ni kuparara. Mwanaume ni kujikaza. Mwanaume ni kusweat. You know? God. And those are the words that they grow up hearing from their fathers, from their uncles. And you know, and let me say, I love what Wanja says. This is something that is we're calling emotional trauma.
Yeah.
Because this boy, even in our society today, when was the last time, or rather, have you ever had your father, your uncle tell their sons, I love you, son. Good job, son.
They tell us.
They tell their daughters.
Yes.
That is why you'll see a dad will tell their daughter, I love you. You know, you're doing a good job. Don't let a man do this to you. But nobody is telling the boy child, we are proud of you.
Wow.
We love you.
You know, when you say that, I feel like you guys want to bring up the notion of we have pushed emotions away from a man. Like a man is not emotional.
Yes.
But a girl is.
Yes.
That is why a girl can be in a position of expressing love,
themselves,
expressing sadness. You know, they can even say it. But what about a man? Wewe ni wanaume wangapi washaikuja wakakwambia wako na shida? Openly. You know, bila kudiga utile ya nini kama kulima.
You know, I've even done some research on my social media platforms. In regards to men, I ask them questions like, men, why don't you like to talk about your problems? They say, then what? What will happen if I talk about my problems?
Next?
How can you help me? You'll just make fun of me. Like, you see Will Smith, he had a big problem. People made a meme out of him.
Yes.
It may seem funny, but he's hurting.
Yes,
you see? And that is the part that we are overlooking. And that is what we are trying to change now. We need... I'm really pushing this agenda that I need our men to be okay. Because if they are okay, we are okay. Take, for instance, our men are the ones who protect us.
Sure.
The military. They go to wars, they get traumatized. Maybe your friend is killed, maybe you're injured, maybe you've seen dead bodies, things probably that even us, we wouldn't be able to stand.
They wouldn't even tell you.
And then when they come back, maybe you've come back to your nagging wife. Hey, we ni mjinga. Oh, sijui nini. There's no counseling for men.
With us.
Yeah, sometimes even as women, we are the problem. We have to accept that. Actually, we are a very big problem.
Yes.
But I think people are not ready for that discussion, but we are going to force that discussion.
But for sure, who is troublesome in the house? It's the women.
Yes.
Ama ni aje wini. Sisemi wewe ni troublesome. I'm just saying.
But it's true. It's true.
Sometimes, kwa sababu unajua there's a man who said, if you just want peace in your house, just go in, say hi to everyone, make sure you chum your girl here, your wife, because if you don't, she will keep record.
Even at the door, just give her a hug.
Yeah. I don't know why that's being so petty.
But you see now, let me jump on what Wanja is saying, because she's talking about these people are in one household now. I'm going back to the grassroots level, where you have empowered this girl so much, and this girl is expected to go into a marriage with a very disempowered boy. You know, this one has been affirmed, she has been empowered, she has programs have come up, NGOs, government agencies have come up and built her.
She has realized herself.
She has this confidence, she's feisty, she's beautiful, she's intelligent, she's independent. And then there's this boy who's behind, who can't show emotions. Like she's saying, wengine wameingia uko military, they've come back home, they have PTSD, they don't know how to talk about issues, they don't know how to express love or express a sorrow, they don't know how to deal with this empowered girl. So you put them in one household, Shiro, what do you expect?
Na ndio maana wanauana.
Kaboom.
Kwanza, by the way, I think these people should start hiring us. Ndio tuongeleshe these men. True, you know, when we talk about that, I just feel pity. Why? Because these military men, they just go out there, they see a lot of things. I'm telling you, all those things that you hear, ati kuna watu walistrikia wa wapi, wenye wanauliwa wapi. You know, those are our boys. You know,
our brothers, our husbands.
Our brothers, our husbands. And then that person hajakaa mahali akaambiwa, now you went through this, what did you feel about it? They just told, now kosi yako imeisha, now you can go home. How do you want me to manage that man?
How have you released this man into the world? You've released a wounded You know, they say
Yeah.
wounded soldier.
Yes.
It's not just physical. It's not just physical. They are wounded, they are broken.
And that
You've
is why
raised
they go into
broken,
drugs.
broken
Yeah, true. That
boys
is true.
grow up into broken men. So this girl child, in as much as utatry kufix, utatry kunini, it's not your job. Because you've been empowered, you've been nini. Then you're given, this woman gets into marriage, and afikiria, I'm 30, he's 32, so we are all grown-ups. No, you only have someone who grew in height and in body, but inside they're just a little boy who is very frightened, very broken. So where do you start, Shiro? From there. Kama si mangumi
my
sasa
God.
at this
Ni
point.
mangumi,
Because
that is why there is so much gender-based violence nowadays. Kwa sababu the guy suppress so much of his emotions, and then now you come nagging to him. He doesn't know any other way of letting the anger out.
Be a man.
Atakugonga.
Na, but
Probably
in
he
the
didn't
which
want
is
to.
wrong.
Yeah.
Na in the society, being a man ni kugonga. Na kunyamaza.
Exactly.
Which like, be a man.
Which is very wrong.
Yeah.
That is why we are here.
Yeah,
What about the decisions men take and the decisions women take? How do we see men in decision making?
I think for men, when it comes to a lot of decisions, they think a lot of decisions are supposed to be made by women. So there's some instances they'll be told, what's your opinion on this? But they'll say, there's no point of doing that. Let's just do what the women want. Because that's what they've been taught, that their opinion does not matter. Their views really do not matter over the women's views. So you see, we really need to change that. We need to change that. We need to embrace the man. We need to give him a safe space. Actually, the main thing is just providing a safe space for men to talk. They can find someone they can rely on. It's okay, man. I need you to understand. It's okay to let your emotions out. Even if you don't want to show other people, you can hide in your room. You can find somewhere you feel safe and secure. Express yourself. Cry if you have to. It does not make you weak. Because we are all humans. We have feelings. We get hurt. That is why unaonanga watu wanafocus sana. If you see a man crying, it will seem like something so big.
But
he's hurting. You need to understand he is hurting. He is allowed to cry. He's allowed to feel pain.
You know, sometimes I just want to ask, you know, on a very layman's language, what's the difference between a man and a woman? What makes you different from him? Apart from his personality, I think it's just the reproductive organ.
It is. But we have been conditioned. That is why you see, even when you're having an engagement with someone or a fit, someone will just be like, women are so emotional, just leave them alone. So they take this being emotional as a weakness.
Right.
It's like women cannot look at things at things from a clear perspective. They think, we are like emotions. You know, that's why you see someone. Women can't be leaders because you know they're emotional. Even right now, we saw Martha Wangari being named a running mate for Azimio, and there was a problem. And people will still come up with, where's her husband? We at a Ranaje show. How will she run a whole country? She's emotional. This one will, you know.
And now we have left our men. You know, we have left our men because, as we say, the only difference is something very little. Everything else, your body just, you know, performs like my body. So, and, you know, it's because I've been taught to express my emotions. That is why now it has become a weakness. Now these strong people are the ones who are going into depression and then taking suicidal acts, decisions. Why? Because they don't have a platform where they can express their emotions.
Yes.
I'm telling you, if sahi umechapwa na bwana yako, sahi hakuna mtu hapa angekuwa hajui.
Kweli.
Wanja ni kweli?
Kweli.
You know, like, ebu you guys nisaidie. Was it right for him? You know? Nilikosea wapi? But even our men siku hizi wanaslapiwa, and women, ebu muache, you know?
Kwanza, let me say something. There's a lot of domestic violence against men going home, going on in the households.
Yes.
But men cannot talk about it.
No.
They can't. Wanaume wanasafa, wanapigwa. They just, you'll see men out there wanatembea looking so strong, so powerful, but at home amenyenyekea kama kakuku. Kwa sababu hapewi peace, anapigwa, anatusiwa. You know, us women, and I'll say us kwa sababu most of women, we are tunakosea sana. Bwana yako ameamka vizuri asubuhi, ameenda kuhustle. Ijalishi kama ni 200 tu amepata. Let him bring that to you. Amekuja na 200 yenye amepata. It's all he could get. But at least he's done something about it. Hey, wewe ni mjinga. Hii 200 ni ya nini? Sijui nini, hata unanga akili. We abuse them. You know, they don't feel motivated.
Yes.
But once you are appreciated, I want to be at a babe, thank you. At least tuaka 200 tutakula hata ugali na mboga. Kesho atakuwa na bidii zaidi. But as we break them, tunawatusi wewe ni wajinga. We don't please let's learn to appreciate the little efforts our men do for us.
It is us women who are failing. It is the girl child who is failing.
Yeah.
Let us not say that that man who I married is wrong, is doing this, you know, he's a failure, he's at this. As Wanja is saying, everything we're doing is now we are getting the feedback from our husbands. We tell them they are wrong, they are bad. That is the people we see, and we will have them every day.
And let me jump on that.
Before you go there, Winnie, sorry for me cutting you short. I want us to take a very short break because this discussion is getting wow.
Up, yeah.
Yes, so let's take a short break. We come back and pick on what Winnie wanted to say. Hang on there, Bwana. Okay, let's go for a short break. Thank you.
Everywhere, GBS.
Thank you so much, viewer. Asanteni sana. By the way, you guys, I can see comments zina pop in now and then. I'm telling you, these people show me love. Yeah, have you ever been shown love until you want to appreciate and you really don't know what to do, apart from bringing the best guests and the best shows for them? So, viewer, welcome back. Tulikuwa tumeenda break, and before we went for this break, we're having a very beautiful and educative topic, because we are talking about a girl child standing in for the boy child, and we're having Wanja and Winnie, and these are beautiful ladies who are taking us through this whole conversation, because they're giving us the notions of how we have left out our boys, because as they were saying, we do not recognize emotions related to men. Why? Because men are not allowed to have emotions, which is very bad. And as we bring up a child who does not know how to express their emotions, then we are bringing the most pathetic husbands on earth, because this is a person who will not even be able to express love, to express hurt, to express a concern in his own marriage, apart from being brutal. And that is why we are having domestic violences. So we are here. If you're tuning in right now, you can feel the air. Huku ni kuchomeka tu, because here conversation iko lit. Keep up with this conversation. I can see very many comments, and I'm going to read them before we end this show. Keep up with this conversation at our social media handle. We are GBS TV Africa. Our SMS line is 21144. So before we went for that very short break, Winnie, you wanted to say something.
Yes.
Yes, I don't want to cut you short. Kindly. Yes.
Because Wanja was talking about, I think she was bringing up the economic aspect of this whole issue.
Sure.
She was talking about these guys going to work and coming back, and they get a lot of, abuses and a lot of, not being appreciated even for the little they bring. Let me just say this, that right now we are living in very different times.
Yes.
The days when our moms used to be in the house, they're the housewives, and our dads would provide everything.
Yes.
Let us just be clear that those days are long gone.
For sure.
Those days are long gone.
Yes.
So right now, we are living in times where it's almost a 50-50 kind of a marriage situation.
Yeah.
And people do not want they don't want to accept that. The economy is very rough on people right now.
Yeah.
People are not just having popping kids every year like they used to.
Yeah,
our households had 8, 9 kids.
They have become smaller.
Yes. We've become, you find the household has 2, 3 kids. And even at that point, it's very difficult even to feed them, to manage them. Jobs, as you can see, is a very big problem for this country.
Yeah.
So for this young lady who went to school, got empowered to just get into that house and sit back and expect this disempowered man to go out there and provide everything. Where you think depression is coming from? Where do you think all this violence is coming from? Because let us be real. The economic status of this country is
very high.
Yes, it's very high. It's weighing these people down.
Yeah.
So if for a lady, you feel like this money that this boy is bringing or this man is bringing to the table is not enough, why not go out there yourself? Because these kids belong to the two of you. The house belongs to the two of you. Because we can't be... let me say, we can't be, huwezi kuwa unapaka watu wengine mafuta.
Hapana.
Mgongo.
For sure.
You him to hustle, for you to just sit and then complain.
Yeah.
And there are others who also hustle na hawasaidi.
Exactly.
Si ndio? Hawasaidi kwa society.
Kwanza this statement of his money is ours
and
my
mine
money
is mine.
is mine is
Hiyo
a problem.
statement,
Is a problem. I know women will probably bash me or rather come out strongly and talk about it, but that is a problem. Because once you do this, remember you have a son. You do want your son to grow up, get a lady who just sits back and says his money is ours. And your boy is out there hustling and trying to make ends meet.
Yeah.
These men are depressed to the core, Shiro. That one I can tell you.
So I think we've failed. And
Yes.
when we talk about, what about this woman who does not want, yes, tunakuja, I'm being paid, lakini
Pesa yangu haioni jua.
hata wacha kuona jua, haifiki nyumbani. Leave alone kuona jua, haifiki nyumbani. Every time is, no, I don't have money. No, I don't have money. Wanja, how has that affected us on the kupampa huyu, kumpush huyu boy child?
I think it is adding a lot of pressure to the boy child. Kwa sababu anaona, I have to provide. I have nilipia watoto shule. I have to pay the bills. Kila kitu ni yeye. And you yet you're making money. So me what I'd like to advise people, the women, tusaidianeni tu kwa relationship. Kwa sababu if you've decided to be with this person, you've decided to be with them. So be with them fully. Kama ni kusaidiana, kwa sababu it's not like the days of our parents, as she has said.
Yes.
Our parents, most of our moms walikuwa to home, bringing up the family, taking care of the house. And so sahi watu wasaidiana. If you can be able to assist your man, hata kama maybe mwambie let me cater for maybe kitchen expenses, I'll do the car shopping, wewe lipa stima na watoto, mimi utakuwa you love nini, utakuwa umempunguzia burden. Nona hiyo ni stress, utakuwa umempunguzia. And if he's stress free, you'll also be happy. If your man is happy, you're also going to be happy. We should stop making it seem like it's only that when your woman is happy, that's when the man will be happy.
No, by the way,
yeah, kwa sababu hivyo ndio tunashindanga tu tukisema
Happy wife, happy life.
yeah, it's not it's
How is that?
sahi hatuwezi sema hivyo. Even the man needs to be happy and at peace. If the man is at peace, he'll be able to provide effectively. Ataenda job, atakuwa, even he'll be involved in your lives, kwa sababu you're his peace. You should be the peace. You should be your man's peace.
For sure.
When your man has peace, atakuwa happy, mtakuwa, you'll also have good times. You know, as women we like attention from our men, and sometimes we complain because we don't get the attention, kwa sababu pia yeye akona stress zake na deal nazo. Na wewe hata huwezi nisaidia, kwanza wewe ndio unaniongezea stress tu. So let's try and be our men's peace.
Let's be part of the solution and not the problem.
Tusaidianeni kwa bills pale mtu anaweza. It does not make you any less of a wife or
a woman.
That is your family, that is your husband, that is your house, those are your kids, nini wote.
Unajua, when you're saying that, I feel the statement. Why? Because very many women are saying hawa ni watoto wako. So very many men outside there are suffering under the name watoto. Because you know, as you've said, we are not bearing many kids as our moms used to do. So it's like 1 or 2, 3, 4. Akienda sana 5, si ndio? Huyo mwanaume anaona, guy, niluzi hawa watoto wangu wawili nianze from the scratch. Again, pia the girls, unaona the girls, it's not easy to get. By the way, there's a man who told me, it's not easy to get a wife. Mi sijui girls, mumejaa huko kufanya. But men are just saying no wives in you. So he doesn't want to lose his because how will I start looking?
Yeah, we are having...
And also there's the issue of the girl child in this society right now, not wanting to start from scratch.
They don't.
That is out there and it is disheartening.
No, I mean, I want my hair to be made well.
We all want the rich guy, but remember, these rich guys are few. So what do? We become side chicks. We become mistresses. We start becoming wife number 2, 3, 4. I'm not saying polygamy, if you know, there are people who practice it and it's okay. But you see, because you don't want to start with this young man. So where will this young man get wives from? So what will this young man do? Straight jump to sugar mummies. Because remember, but this rich guy,
it's a major crisis.
But by the way, ninasikia vibaya vile. Sasa mwanamke akikuwa sasa na kado kidogo hivi.
Anataka kaboni.
Mama uanze kuendesha hapa Porsche.
Wewe.
Kabenten.
In fact, nowadays maboy ndo wanakuambia mtumie credo. Dumie fair. In fact, maboy ndo wanakula fair sai.
Sai ndio wanakula fair. It's true. Ebu viewer niambie, sai ni nani anakula fair sana?
Wanakula fair.
Ndio wanakula fair. But you see, we have turned them into simps.
Yeah.
Oh my
into simps.
God. But they also need to realize, like that man wa kitambo, you know, men love to provide.
Yes.
Is that wrong?
Yes.
Is that wrong?
their
It's
duty.
not wrong. Sindio?
It makes them feel like a man when you're providing for your
And the
family.
Bible says, wameundwa hivyo. They were created to be providers. So it was a command right from, and when God said it, he knew he would impart that in them. So if you see a man not wanting to provide the nini,
kuna kasoro.
Hapa kuna mtu ananiambia, Shiro, I love the setup, beautiful girls you have on board. Thank you so much, Catherine. And then she's saying, how do you deal with a depressed man who is still seeing some other girls outside the wedlock?
Wow.
Tuanze na hii side ya serikali. Ninaona Wanja anasema mpaka wacha tuanze na side ya serikali.
Because by the way, let me tell you, I also want to make this thing very clear. Because for many men, peace is to be left alone to meander. That is not it. Because I've seen so many, I'm not married myself, but I've seen, you don't need, si lazima usome na yako, umeona na wengine.
Soma na wenyewe.
Some men will, yes, soma na wenyewe.
Saini kusoma
Some
na
men
wenyewe.
will come all over and they're like, I don't have peace, I don't have peace. But when you ask them what peace is wasiulizwe wametoka.
Wa-cheat bila
They
kuulizwa.
cheat wasiulizwe.
Oh my God. No, that is not the
marriage.
peace we are going to give you guys.
Yes.
No.
And that is why I'm saying, why is GBV on the rise? And especially during the pandemic, 2020, GBV was at an all-time high.
Yes, yes.
Because sasa,
Wameka-
wamekutana kwa nyumba.
Cha lazima pende msipende mtarafu
Yes,
kanisani.
because
Hakuna
Boy
bar
Child-
imefunguliwa,
hakuna
club
bar.
zote
Boy Child
zimefungwa.
alikuwa na make sure saa 6 ndio anatoka club, alafu anaenda anasimama anakaa kwa parking, anaona kwangu window stima imezimwa.
Nasikia amechoka.
Alafu asubuhi ngware 5 I'm out.
Yeah.
But
Kufanya.
now the pandemic is here. It's the two of us. Lazima tujuane hapa. Na kuna mashida na kuna manini. The woman, of course, you're frustrated.
Yes,
Sini
yes.
sasa ni war. And let me tell you, GBV was not even in households where there was poverty.
Nah.
No, or people who are
So-
illiterate. No. GBV was at an all-time high in households where people are educated, in households where people have money. But these boys, or rather men, are seeking solace in what? In side chicks. And sasa siku hizi, even married women, they have what? Toy boys.
Yeah.
So
I
you find
think
peace
now we are-
outside more than inside.
Are we not losing it,
Number
Wanja?
one, why? Because we are not talking.
We are not talking.
We are not. The men are not talking. The women are over talking, while the men are now silent. They've gone dead silent.
Have you had a case where you've had that a woman says, me, I always talk, but my man sometimes decides just to be quiet. Even if I have an issue, they will not, they have an issue, they will not say, utashinda ukiwalima, unawalima. And then he says, I'm okay.
She raised
I'm
the
okay.
wiring. We're talking about pale chini.
Yeah, hapo ni hapo.
We are going back to, so right now, when you're raising, change that. Because right now we cannot teach an old dog new tricks. I can't tell a 50-year-old man, now start talking.
Yeah.
It's been 50 years of him not talking. So why we are awakening that lion is because tunaanzia wapi?
Hapo chini.
Hapa chini. Start having conversations with your sons. Start wiring them differently. Not to simp or not to be man enough. Because sasa, hii kitu ya man enough has been misconstrued.
Yeah.
What
Don't
is being
cry.
man enough, Wanja, according to you?
Me, I just think being man enough is just standing your ground, being able to be yourself, to express yourself. And evil. We give it so many ideologies. I think we are the only ones who come up with this. Hata hakuna mtu ati ameandika mahali ati being a man should be like this. It is all us. We make up things. A man should be like this. A man should not do this. A man should... It is all our doing. It's time to unlearn. It's time to unlearn those things and relearn again. We need to change the norms. Times have changed. Hizi si enzi za wazazi wetu. Even times of our kids, itakuwa different from this time.
Yes.
So we cannot try to solve the same problems the same way they were being solved back
For
then.
sure.
Because now the problems are different. They have to be handled differently. And that is why we are advising women who we have kids and who we are going to get kids for your sons. Nurture your sons from a small age. It is easier to mold a small boy than already a grown man. Unaona? Because that is where we break our kids.
Yes.
Unamwambia wewe ufai kulia, mwanaume ni kujikaza nini, so yeye anajua ni vizuri kujikaza. Yes, men are supposed to be strong, and also men, you need to understand that if you want change, you have to fight for change. Women fought to be empowered.
They did.
It did not come.
But first, do they realize that they have a problem? You know, because men, because it's a big problem where a man cannot express themselves.
That is a
but
very
do
big
they
problem.
realize, because it's from realizing that I have a disease, I can go and seek for for cure, for treatment. So do they even realize that? I think what the society have been telling us how we are, how we should act is wrong.
Let me say something.
Yes.
I think, you know, I have brothers. I'm the last born in a family of 5, and I have 3 brothers.
Yes.
So I've grown with men. I know how it is like. And leave alone my brothers. Many families, many people can attest to it. Men nowadays have become so broken, so drunk. Unaona mama ya mtu anashinda kicomplain, aki kijana wangu kila saa ni kukunywa. Kila saa ni kukunywa. Na mweke hii biashara afanye, nikimfanyia hivi afanye, ni kukunywa.
Anakula pesa.
But you understand, people don't get intoxicated because they want to feel good. It's because they're trying to escape from something. That's why people want to be high. Utaki kwa high to enjoy, you want to be high to escape. Maybe kuna kitu na stress, nataka nikunywe tu nilale, nisifikirie hiyo kitu. Unaona? So men are
we are losing it.
As parents also, tushikaneni sisi wote. Girlchild, single mothers. There are kukona single mothers wengi sana. Na ni kwa nini wanaume wetu wanapotea? They are going through problems. Maybe that man feels, mimi sitaweza kutikikea huyu dem na mtu amepata sina job, sitaweza kuprovide huyu mtoto, so the best thing wacha niruke mimba ama let me just leave.
Yes.
Unaona? So you see that's a problem. Ukiangalia deep down inside him, he's not happy about it. Probably hezi sema, but si ati ana feel poa, maybe amekuacha. Unaona? But sisi as women, we bear all the pain. Unajua umeacha mtoto and we tuna mock the men, but we also need to go back to the grassroots.
And that is where now women start saying all men are the same.
Yeah.
I don't think
but we should also understand women. Unajua, we should also understand the women's point, kwa sababu enyewe umeniachia mzigo yote, hata mimi I'm not able to provide, but I'll hustle the little I can. So kudos to all the single mothers out there, while they are doing the best they can. So come on board, mothers, come on board. Let's support our sons, our brothers, our siblings, our dads. Let's give them a safe space to talk it out.
I think Wanja is trying to say that everyone has a role.
Exactly.
Yes. A sister, a mother, a husband, a wife, and even that single lady who is raising boys by herself. Yeah. Everybody has a role, and the role we have to start now, because it's an action that we need to do. For sure, when we are talking about this discussion, I can see how the society have lost it, because our men are going through much. They are the people who engage in like even if you look at the suicidal cases we have, very many suicidal cases come from men. Yeah. And that is why I feel it's something that we need to act on now. It's not tomorrow. Yeah. If you have a boy, viewer, if you have a man, you know, in your house, not big one, yoyote, to even your husband, you need to think and rethink. So we are going to take a short break. We come back and let these beautiful ladies tell us how can we take care and dig out to know that these boys are going under something or through something, and how can we also help them come out of that situation. So we are going to take a very short break and then we come back. Thank you.
Everywhere, GBS.
Hello, thank you so much, viewer, for you have been with us. Yani, you've been tuning in every day, but today, tune in since tuanze mpaka sai, because the comments I'm getting, they are from how we began this conversation. And for sure, I love the way the viewer has the opinions here with me, and they can even send to me, and the opinion towards the boys. So, thank you so much, my viewer, for the comments that you have. And I can really see that you're really realizing it's high time that we stand in for our boys. Because without men in this world, yani wanaume wakaambiwa sasa wanaume wote boom mutoke kidogo. Yani mutapata mpaka ndani ya nyumba katikati kumemea miti. Yes, because we are women and we will kill each other over nothing. That is why we need men. And we don't just need men, just they are dressed in trousers. No, we need upright and well-equipped men, both emotionally, personality, and everything. And that is why we've been talking about this. And I've not been alone. And thank you so much, because I love how my viewer is telling me about so very many things. That someone is saying, Ganjo is saying, thank you so much, Shiro, for hosting this discussion. It is so educative. It is surely the initiative of women also to help men realize that they have a problem and also try to bring this problem out in the picture and fight for the men. Also, there's William who is saying, I love when I see women standing up for men, because for sure there is so much violence in the society that people don't realize it's because they left out the boy child. Thank you so much, viewer, for this. You know, you have shown me so much love, and I will always bring the best shoes to show that pia mimi na appreciate, because you're best. So before we went for that short break, we were having a very good discussion, and it's now high time we go to how are we able to now nurture this, because we've realized there's a problem in the society. That mother outside there, anaweza aje kukunacha huyu mtoto? What are the right ways, the right initiative that they can take to bring up a well-fit man in the society? We start from the law. Sorry. We start from the law.
Okay, let me, since you said let's start from the law, let me make this clear. The Constitution is very clear, especially in Article 27, and also there's the children's rights, there are those children's acts, there are so many. Kenyans don't like reading the law. We don't like reading. We do not have a reading
Act
culture.
27, what is that? Like,
yes. Yes, Article 27. Yes.
We are all ignorant.
Yes, thank you. It states very clearly that every person, male or female, has a right to be protected from any form of inhumane treatment, from any form of abuse. Any person has the right equally, male or female, to even benefit from, you know, the laws and from any programs that come from the government.
So are you talking about an issue where we have, for example, we are getting someone is getting a divorce. I'm not getting a divorce. I don't want even to say that. So someone is getting a divorce. And then when we go to the law, before, the person who was favored is the mom, even if they did not have the capability.
Came to custody, yes.
How are you talking about things like those?
Yes.
Because hata wanaume wengine wanakatazwa kabisa kuona watoto wao.
Yes, it's not fair.
That was then.
That is why I'm delving into the laws and the policies. Let me say, the laws of this country are very good. The policies are there. They are so good. But now the problem comes to the implementation part of it. You know, either they're being implemented wrong or not being implemented at all. Look at the education sector. You find that you know, research has it that uko chini, watu wakiingia nursery, actually boys are usually more. When the kids are starting out, yes, I love that question. But along the way, by the time they reach class 8, unapata wale watu walifanya KCPE, national exams, the girls are more than the boys. The girls have passed more than the boys.
And we celebrate.
Yes, I think the girls are shining on TV. Yes, the girls are shining, but we are not asking ourselves, but where are these boys? Didn't these boys
because
start?
This girl who is shining right now is the one who is later going to find a man.
Yes,
to marry.
And we are not saying don't shine.
The one who dropped out.
And we are not saying don't shine, ladies. Please shine. Please shine, my friend. Shine your eye. Shine everything. But what I'm saying, but we are not asking. We are not asking the other side of the coin. We're not flipping that other side of the coin and asking, but where are these boys? I'm sure when this teacher started, he started with a class of 30 boys, 20 girls. And now it's 25 girls and 14 boys. What happened to these 20 boys? Nobody, there's that follow-up. How do we arrest the issue of follow-up? Let's give some of these chiefs autonomy to when they see a child or a boy child roaming around and not going to school.
Mbona haendi?
Arrest the mother or the father. Yes, kama kitambo. You know, chiefs were stripped of some of these powers.
So
they helped.
Yeah. So let's hear from Wanja. What do you think we should do as a mom, as a sister, and as a wife?
Okay, I think first and foremost is creating a relationship with your child, with your male child from a tender age. Follow up on what they do. Muulize, baba, leo nani amekuchapa? Leo umefanya nini? Mlikuwa mnacheza na nani? Nani alikukasirisha?
Get interested.
Kisha alikuambia nini? Kwa sababu out of those few remarks, that small conversation you have with your child, you can learn a lot. Kwa sababu atakwambia, mom, kuna huyu mvulana alinichapa, ama kuna huyu teacher aliniambia mimi ni mjinga. You know, even our teachers, please teachers, let's change. Kwa sababu sometimes our teachers also break us.
For sure.
Kwanza sisi tunakumbuka vile kwanza tulikuwa tunatandikwa. Anyway, but we survived. We survived,
You
but
will not go far. Come
so
see me.
establish a strong relationship with your boy child. Unajua kademu utakauliza, hey, mama ulikuwa aje nini? And we leave out the boy. From that tender age, have a relationship with your son. Make him comfortable enough to be able to talk to you about anything. Anajua nikichapwa, I'll run and tell mom or nitamwambia mama or dad nimechapwa.
Wow.
And you will stand up for them. Once you stand up for them, it builds their confidence.
Wow.
And they know mom has my back.
Yes.
Unajua, that's why we are focusing mainly on women, because women, we want to change this as women. That's why you see our major focus is on women, because the problem is the men. So build a relationship with us. Let's build the relationships with our kids. I know sometimes even as parents, we are undergoing through our childhood traumas. Zingine, we don't know how to deal with them. Zingine, some parents are so harsh. Lakini pia ukiangalia vizuri, si kutaka kwake. Hata huyo mzazi wake pia alikuwa mharsh kwake. It's just how you're brought up.
It's a trend.
So we need to heal first. We need to heal. We need to unlearn what we were taught and relearn again.
Wanja, are you saying it's not right for us to be so harsh?
It is okay, but do it in a proper way. Still lazima ushinde ukiambia mtoto wako wewe ni mjinga nini. There's a way, even punishing is fine.
Don't break
but
them.
there are good punishments. Punish them it's good. Lazima tufundishwe adabu,
Yes.
but in a loving way. It is really, I always say, it's not what you say, it's how you say it. Naweza kuambia, tunaweza check hapa nikwambia kiwe ni mjinga, we just laugh about it. Nikwambia ni mjinga sana. Si hiyo utakasirika.
Yes.
Hii ingine utakasirika.
It will hurt my feelings.
Exactly.
It is like an affirmation. You're telling me my actions, or rather the personality I'm portraying is the
it's not
ujinga.
pleasant enough for you. So that's why it's not what you say, it is how you say it.
it.
Let's show love to our boys. Let's show love from a tender age. Have a relationship, talk to them. Unajua, shida yetu, we don't talk, even as Africans, we don't talk about our problems even to our parents. They don't give us that safe space. Let's be that change now, because sababu sisi tunaelewa hivi.
I think we all need to hear this. There's a person who is saying, hi Shiro, thank you so much for bringing this up. For sure, parents have to be so friendly with their kids, especially boys, as they grow up. In my case, I came to realize when it was so late that my small child, my 5-year child, was being sodomized. And
That's so sad.
yes, and the way he's saying it is the child was going to school, but at some age he stopped. He didn't want to go to school, and then he said, Daddy, I want you to change me now. And then you're like, when shule, you know, like
that's
just being a parent, an African parent. When shule nini? No. So you're not listening to this boy. And then, you know, he feels so bad. And that is why he's saying, for sure, as parents, we have also failed. Because the way I think we also talk to our kids, like, God.
And that is why we're talking about awakening the lion. Because these lions issues have been trivialized. You see how you're saying, this boy is coming home every day. I don't want to go to that school. Mom, you as a parent, you're not listening. You don't want to find, but why is this boy? You're thinking this boy is being naughty. You're thinking, wewe unataka kukataa shule, utakuwa nini kwa hii maisha? You beat this boy. You see even parents caning their kids in the morning, every morning, mpaka kwa gate ya shule.
Me, I don't even like the way the kids are taken to school and they are crying.
You're not even stopping and asking, Mom, ni nini iko kwa ile shule unataki? Sometimes it is a teacher that is bullying your child. Sometimes it is the environment, the kids, other kids are bullying your child. And in that case, which is very, very sad, your child is being sodomized because now that is actually a criminal offense at this
kwa sababu
point.
aka ni katoto kadogo, you can imagine 5 years and mpaka anatakwambia baba sitaki kwenda hiyo shule, nataka kwenda ile shule ya kina fulani. And because even this child might not even be knowing what he's being done to or
Hajui.
like hata labda hajui anakuwa sodomized, sindio? But maybe it's because there's someone who is feeling pain and probably igniting fear in him. You say, I'll kill you.
Most probably it's fear.
Even
that's
men,
what they're told.
women don't want even to wash their boy child.
Yeah.
Ati mtoto amefika 3 years, when ni mwanaume sahi jioshe, ama oshwa na house help. You find your child has been molested at 3 years. The house help, or because it's happening in our house also.
Yes,
they are touching these boys.
house
So for
themselves.
them, you find that for them it's okay. Ask almost 50% of our boy child. Their first sexual encounter was with the house help. I kid you not. They tell you,
Please
my
don't
first
make
encounter.
me leave the show and go home.
That's a topic for another
That's
day.
a topic for another day.
For these people are igniting fear, but
Yes.
it's what you should be feeling as a parent for sure. Because one thing I don't like people to get fear, but I like them to get something, learn, because for sure, ni kweli. If there is a person who is using our kids the way they want, ni huyo house help. They spend most of the time with them. They talk so much to this boy or this girl. And then when you come in the evening, sasa baba, sasa mama, mulitoka shule, ni sawa, I'm very tired, I just want to go and rest.
Ushakula.
As you rest, there's someone who is not resting on your kid.
Yes. And most have been introduced even to explicit films by the same house helps that you have. A 5-year-old, if you listen to your child well, like we said, and not trivialize their talks, let them talk to you. Mtoto wako can tell you something that will shock you beyond measure.
For sure.
Because this house help, some of them, they have so much time. They will put on an explicit video and watch. They don't care because they think,
Na wifi iko kwa nyumba.
Mwanaume.
Yes.
And
Awea uko.
yes.
Wanja, as we finish this, because now when we start, tumeanza kukua so personal.
Kuendelea over and over. We cannot feel exhausted today. We're not
For
even
sure.
halfway done.
Yeah.
So I think we are still introducing ourselves, but because of time, let us end this conversation here. Thank you so much, viewer, for the comments and how you've engaged in this conversation. But let us give our viewer the chance to say bye and tell us something before you leave. Yeah.
Okay, so guys, me, I just want to tell you, let's be involved as women, all kinds of women, sisters, mothers, wives, single mothers. Let's be involved in our men's lives, in our kids' life. Take your time with your child. Kwanza mtoto mdogo, msikize tu, hata kama you think it's something foolish, just listen. Out of the talk, you'll understand something.
Sure.
Make time for your kids, interrogate them, stand up for them. That is why today I'm launching my initiative called Waking Up the Lion. Waking Up the Lion is an initiative for women. We are standing up for the men.
Sure.
It's time we do that for our men. Men have stood up for us for the longest time. So it's time to return the favor. Now, as Waking Up the Lion, we want to stand up for the boy child. We want to educate people on what we can do to heal our men. We need to heal, even us as women. We need to heal our society. We need for our men to be okay. Let's learn to appreciate our men. Men are awesome. This life would be so boring without men. Me, I like men. Most of my friends are men. I like
Of
spending
course.
time with men.
Of course.
And when you stay with men, you learn so much. That's why I like spending time with men. So I'm calling upon anyone who wants to join this initiative, well-wishers, sponsors, all that. Come on board. Let's heal our men. Let's make men better. Because we still need them. We still need our men to be okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Winnie.
Yes.
Very short. I give you 1 minute because of time. Tunaanza kufukuzwa hapa tusifagiliwe. Yes.
So I think my parting shot would be for government agencies, NGOs out there that are so focused on the Girlchild initiative, which is good, which is great. But I'm saying bring the boy child on board, bring the men on board also. As you're talking to the girls, also talk to the men. As you're bringing them on board, also bring this men on board.
Wow.
And this initiative of ours of Awakening the Lion, we need your support. We need to go to even boys' children's homes. It's not about just sanitary pads for the girls. For the boys, they don't have innerwear, mafuta. Wanambwanga tu, jipige tu nini kimbo wewe ukiendanga, which is wrong. They need stationery. We need to find out what the root cause of this whole issue is about. Thank you so much, guys, for watching us. Mtatuona bado.
And you come on board.
Come on board.
Let's be women for men.
Yes.
These ladies hawataki kutoka kwa studio. My producer Paula Sara, and they are very beautiful and they have beautiful ideas. So thank you so much, viewer, for your engagement and also for showing us love and for tuning in mpaka tukamaliza. I hope you have something. Now you can start right now. It's an action, you know. It's something that we need to do. You can start with the person who is very close to you, your husband, your brother, even your kid. So because that is a boy who we need to nurture. So thank you so much. Until next time, it's been your girl Shiro Wangige. Bye.